these rooms are terrible.
He owes me a lot of shit.
Yeah, you had to read and do math. That's the hardest one of all.
Vermeera just looks like more. She looks like a corpse right now. Like eyes
The
kind of
fuck happened to
sunken,
you?
cheeks kind of sunken in, really pale. Like
Bastion has signs of bleeding out of his orifices, and he looks completely burnt up as if an
Bastion,
explosion occurred.
I want to give you very direct information. Give me a recall action. Trying to beat a 3. And I'm not going to do tiers of information. I just very want to directly point something out to you.
Okay. Recall action is story?
Mm-hmm. No, world. I'm sorry.
World. I wish it was story. Okay, 5.
That is a success. Narina LaFlay. Wait. In your index of experiments, Frostblight C, Archblight C, LaFlay Plague C. The letter said she made a plague and she needs help curing it. Could C stand for cure? Or cured? Potentially out of all of those things in your list.
I've heard LaFlay before. I pull out the index of experience. In the alchemy lab, there was this list of apparently experiments being done in there, and I see LaFlay or LaFlay Plague C on the list. I couldn't figure out what C, T, or X meant though.
The X isn't a letter, it's X'd out next to it.
can't cure it.
Like in a checkbox?
Curable.
Mm-hmm.
Cure?
Okay.
Curable.
Or completed? Like they finished she said she was forced to make one. Maybe this means that the plague was actually created. And
Created?
completed.
Yeah. Frost
Well, yeah.
Arch. Former get?
Form merged.
Oh, form merged.
You're an
Gotcha.
alchemist. You know what that is. That is when a transformation spell goes wrong and you can't undo it.
Oh, you can't make a form merged, so maybe it has been cured.
You can't make leprosy. It's a naturally occurring disease. Be like,
Well, it's a
make
disease.
it
You
rat.
can. If you can make a plague, you can make a disease. But form merge is an instance of something happening.
Yeah, that's a condition. So is
Yeah, it's
Death.
a condition.
born deafness, born blindness.
Makes sense. What does T stand for then?
It's only on Terrai and Dustheart. What's Dustheart? If I would know.
I don't think you do much in arcanology. That's
So I wouldn't really know what
Magitech
Dustheart
stuff.
was.
You can, but it's a recall action. The others I was just giving you for free.
Okay. I'll do a recall action.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Ramira, I know why.
Revelation!
Let's go.
Oh. So what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying, I know why I'm a half dead. Why are you half dead? I mean,
She's-
other than, being half dead originally.
Okay. distinction. Was fully dead prior. Still am
Yeah.
fully dead now.
No,
Uh,
we're not going to call
my-
walking, talking, and having sentient thought as fully dead now. You're half dead.
We'll take-
Mhm.
well, in any case,
Very progressive
The-
Bastion.
that's very Terrai inclusive of you.
Yeah.
I see you. But she's just gonna pull out the oath blade and put it on the table.
This thing feels bad.
Wait,
It's
is that
got a
the?
hum to it.
It's
that
your
makes
oath
you
blade. It's the one from
nauseated.
Bredrag.
You're just going to see Victoria just go pale white at the sight of that.
I'm trapped most of a evil god in it. There's most of a sliver of an evil god in it, I think.
I'm sorry.
Or a
you
dark
did
entity,
what?
malevolent, dark spirit. I had a battle of wills with maybe a sliver of dark elder entity. I don't know what it was. It was dark and evil, and
So you
And you killed the rest of it, right?
no, it got away. But I got most of it in the night. I got most of it in here. So I doubt that it can wreak nearly as much havoc as it would have been able to prior. And I'm sure whenever it does decide to do something, we'll be the ones called in to take care of it, and I can get the rest of it in the night. Hopefully. How good's the craftsmanship in your lands?
you just
I don't
still
build things.
Victoria's just looking like
Hey, how do you think I got your ex-hubby, your late ex-hubby's knife? You broke up with him in the worst way possible, and so I asked for it.
I mean, like Victoria just starts. Let's not talk about that right now, please.
You're the one who brought it up.
I do want to say for like flavor purposes, or just for the sake of the scene, I'm near certain this oath blade had an inscription on it, on the blade. I can't find it in my notes, so maybe you have it, Matt, but I was pretty sure
I
was
would not.
for honor, for honor, for strength, for love, or something like that.
Yeah, probably something that sap. That
Yeah, it was three
sounds-
things that for honor was in there, and for love, and I don't remember the third one, but I cannot find it in my notes.
For happiness, I think it might have been.
Yeah. And looking at this thing, it feels very much the opposite of all of those currently.
Yeah.
Can we canon decide on an inscription for it now?
For dishonor, for hate, for
no, one that was on there. Because I think this item might become important.
I've made it important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For honor, for future, for love.
Yeah, that
about-
works.
Oh, okay. For honor, for futures, for love.
Yeah.
Okay. For love.
Ari, as a player, likes items to kind of have a life of their own. If you've ever watched the movie Bullet Train, the whole water bottle segment is one of my favorite things in all of cinema. And but just the story and provenance of an item is really interesting to me. So having an item that's significant to other parts of the story becomes significant in other parts of the story is just my jam.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Matt, there's one thing you haven't found in this room.
God, what?
The thing you set out looking for, a journal.
Mm-hmm.
I think dumping everything off the table.
What's a bad idea?
No, not necessarily, because this guy was actually very paranoid, and stuff has happened that it's. This room was warded with magical redundancies, that had fired off long before you got here. Um, I'm just thinking if he would put a spell on it, that it comes back to his desk. Oh yeah, if it was stolen, I think he would. How about you give me a story roll? And I will say on a balanced tier, this thing is probably stuck under something. And that's I rolled a 2, you rolled a 3. Yeah, I'm gonna say a portion of the debris on the ground is lifted up, almost like a little teepee, as there's one item that has not came back into place.
I'll grab it.
It is the journal of Lord Asmodeus Calgarin.
And again.
I'm not making you go through the whole process of the cipher.
Thank you. You get
It's
to live
completely blank.
for now. It's what?
It's completely blank. There are etchings, kind of on, not etchings. There are indents on the page that somebody has written here before, but they kind of go through every page of like letters kind of layered on each other, so much that trying to follow the indents is just nonsense. But the pages otherwise are blank. There's not a word on them, in ink at least.
Are there pages ripped out?
No. Well, flipping through it, not that you see.
I see. Okay.
There's indents from the previous page on the next page.
Hold on. Is there a piece of blank parchment laying around?
You can find one in here.
Okay. Ramirez is going to lay that flat over the one that has the indentations from the previous page and just extremely, extremely lightly take a piece of like charcoal or something and take a rubbing of that page.
I like that. I think I'm going to contest you on a hard tier. You're trying to beat a D8 of your story die.
Oh god. Wow, why'd I have to take that and shitify all my stats? It was for the lore.
Happens.
Well, how about you said story?
Mm-hmm.
You could tell one of us to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think you guys see
would
Ramiro with
that
this
gain us a
idea.
help action?
You guys can use a help action however you want. You guys tell me how you help.
I'm a fool. But yeah, just take a rubbing of it. Take a rubbing of the page. If it's got the indentation.
I rub some.
Give me a roll, Matt.
I just did.
8. Oh, nice. That is going to be a success on this first page. The first page, I think, is going to The first page is going to if you go, you can kind of try and read what is heavier here, of like what's darker as far as everything that's like popping up. And it is Lord Calgaren's writing, and it is entry 1. And I actually need to grab my calendar. Okay. To make sure I'm giving you the right dates. Entry 1 on the Mille de Fur, the start of the moon season. Lord Calgaren, hold on, my pen's not writing. I'm just grab a different one. Lord Calgaren wrote on here, after meeting with Destra, I can only assume that my life is going to be threatened. I'm attempting something far beyond crazy and far beyond dangerous. All of the wards are in play. I keep this journal as a log of my own sanity. And I'm wondering if he would write that in here.
Asmodeus was the guy that Narina asked for help from, and Destra's the evil villain.
Yes.
We got there.
I'm just wondering if he would write something in page 1.
So Asmodeus sealed all those rooms away.
How about somebody give me an evens or odds check? What do you guys want? Do you want evens or do you want odds in your favor?
Evens.
Evens.
Always got to be positive.
Got it. That's gonna go in your favor. I don't know why it should, but should my mind fail me, Starlight seeks an audience.
Starlight seeks an audience.
Does Bastion say that out loud?
Yeah.
The journal
Yes.
is going to light up. And the writing is going to reveal itself. That's his computer password.
Better than password.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, you guys can read every other page with ease.
All right, cool. Do you have a bunch of pages written out in me?
No, but I can tell you what they say, and I can give them in less than 4 minutes, probably.
Okay.
So, okay. Lord Calgaren, met with his, sister. She has a insane plan that is going to bring the world to the brink of disaster, and she offered him the opportunity to join in with her. He knew she needed to be stopped, and that should the plague she desire ever be made, he would probably be the only person who could stop it. He began trying to work on a cure. Destra was going to return in a certain numbers of days, as he was thinking on her offer. He met with her once more, and there is no writing ever about their third meeting, as he is expecting a third meeting after he declined her, as he invited her back to talk sense into her. The whole time, he was working on something in secret. And that eventually he got a letter from his former student that she had created the very plague Destra sought, and was asking for help curing it. Fortunately, he had already been working on it, and when he gave her the concoction, his solution had worked. The problem is the container of the solution. It cannot seem to be controlled. It starts thinking, and it is taking on aspects of sentience that makes it beyond unreliable. He also cannot trust himself. He feels himself at night while unconscious doing things, messing with the spells that are the spells that are holding the cure, that are binding the essence, and he feels that he is not in control of himself. His mother solved the Calgarian blood curse ages ago, or at least who he refers to as mother. So he didn't think it could be that. But after several more days of this being unable to control himself at night, he became suspicious and ripped his own soul in half. To his surprise, there was a sliver of the demigod Fianthros, the blood curse that drives Calgarans to madness, a part of his soul. He can't destroy it. Only his mom knew how to bind it, or knew how to banish it. So he locked it away, fearing what might happen to the world should it get loose and take over or mess with his cure. The current problem is that he can't control the cure, and he keeps having to erase its mind. He has it currently unconscious, and he is trying different things with its blood, perhaps trying to form it into a reagent that can be more easily distributed to people who need it. He has cured a myriad of diseases and theorizes that he can cure some others. Unfortunately, the cure does not work on everything, as it was unable to get rid of the spirit, get rid of the sliver of Fianthros, a condition as he calls the Cal blood syndrome, or God blood. And he has several more experiments that he wants to attempt, but after finding the spirit inside himself, he has wrote a letter to the Silver Sigil advising them to keep an eye on all of his siblings, as the Calgaran blood curse has returned and they can no longer be trusted in control of their own actions. Finally, he has more things he wants to try, but he has a meeting with Destra on the next day, and that is the last journal entry.
Well then, Uh, this is where the episode ends. We roll credits and move on to cliffhanger and revelation.
Is that where you guys want to end?
Or
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. There you go. And I'm assuming you guys know what the cure is.
Yes. Astral.
It
Astral is a
is-
sentient cure.
One of her weird abilities, she can cure diseases with near ease. Or not near ease, it is like snapping a finger for her. With that, we will end here. And oh god, end of session questions. I feel like everything's going to be yes, regardless, but I still kind of want to ask to get your guys's, like, how you guys feel about stuff. So I'm just gonna go straight down these three, my three favorite tasks. Does anyone have any predictions or hopes for next session?
not off the actually.
I think we're gonna go to the soiree next session.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the soiree next session.
Okay. Hey, Astral, you might be the results of unethical arcane experimentations, and the guy who created you was trying to figure out how to destroy you and make you into a plant. But we're gonna go to that soiree for you. Bye!
Yeah,
Hey, Astro,
basically.
you're just a sentient antidote. Goodbye.
Wait, what? Okay. Was there a meaningful moment for your character this session?
Yes.
No.
No, for Bastion. That's
really?
fair.
Bastion didn't have a moment.
Not
All he
even
did-
learning what your boss is?
No, that's not significant to Bastion.
Fair enough.
I don't care what my boss does in their free time.
For Ari, you said yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
For what? She confronted this malevolent evil deity, or like this sliver of some elder malevolent entity.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you go. What should I be calling it?
Its
evil
name
god?
is Theanthros. It is in the lore section, and I'll post it in your guys'
Theanthros.
group.
It was an evil demigod.
It is an evil demigod, a shatterer of ancient times.
I put most of it in a knife.
You put most of a sliver in a knife.
Well, put most of a sliver in it. Yeah, most of the sliver in a knife.
You know what? I actually think that lore section got cut. The Calgarin that it first attached to is in the book, but I will. It is on the wiki, so I'll post it on from the wiki on your guys' page in a second. Okay, last question. Did any player solve a problem creatively? Or maybe does any player deserve kudos for something? Because I want to give kudos to Ari for the rubbing, because I didn't think of that, and that was very cool.
Honestly, it was the first thing I thought of, but you led with it overlays each other, so it's gibberish. So I was like, well, the rubber's not going to work then. So I didn't state it out loud.
I think it would work in terms of the lines and stuff would come up as like different pressure based on like how it was on there, and I also wanted to reward the creativity.
Yeah. The correct answer is the first page will always be whatever the rubbing. The first page should always be clear. Every page thereafter would have the imprint of the previous pages on it, so it becomes less. The rubbing becomes less worth it the further down in the book you go.
Yeah.
It was probably the page before. So
Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys are cool with it, I'm gonna count that as a yes and say 3 experience for tonight. And then our next session will be at 6:30 start time, 6 o'clock meetup on the 8th of June. And if we need to restart, just let me know. Or reschedule, let me know. I'm going to end the broadcast there. Thank you for watching. You're free to hang out with us. Goodbye.